Hey, what's up, everybody? So, my name is Gene Boykin. I'm the founder of the GoGetter Family Real Estate Investing Academy, the Entrepreneurship Academy. All right. And tonight, I will. Hey, good night, honey.
Can
babe.
I stay down here?
No, you can't stay down here.
But my mom, she you can stay down
No,
here.
she didn't. Guys, this is the princess
This is-
boss.
This is,
Okay, say hi, everybody.
yeah, for a long time.
No, say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
All right. So, guys, tonight I will be talking to you guys about how you can get
Hey,
all of the benefits
Daddy,
of being
can
a
I
landlord with none of the headaches. Okay, go upstairs, honey. Say bye, everybody.
Can I
Say bye, everybody.
buy a baby?
You can color down there. Here, let me give you some paper. So, guys, give me 1 second. Let me take care of the boss. Let me give you some paper on there. I'm gonna get it. Oh, not that one. Not that one. I'll get you one. And some paper.
And a pen.
Yep, and a pen. Okay, right here.
I'm gonna draw a banana.
Right there, you got a bunch of different pieces. Let me give you a pen. You're gonna draw a banana, honey? All right, here you go. Do it on the hard thing, though. Here. Do it on this, so you can write. Here. There you go. All right, guys. So the boss was on. Anyhow, tonight I will be talking to you about how you can get all of the benefits of being a landlord with none of the headaches. All right. So my name is Gene Boykin. I'm the founder of the GoGetter Family. And guys, this channel is about giving you the actionable knowledge that you need to close transactions, to get financial freedom, and to do entrepreneurship at a very high level. So don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing if you feel like I bring you some value. Or you can just be a player about it, you know what I mean? And hit that subscribe button. All right. So thanks for popping in with me, guys. I'm about to give you guys some game tonight, though. Straight up, man. I just got a $40,000 check about 10 days ago or so. And I still get monthly passive income on that property. I'm about to explain to you how that works.
I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. Hustle to the end. We some no quitters. Knock it out the park. We for show hitters. Right, left hemisphere. That's a dome splitter. Yeah. We control our own destiny. Make moves. Cultivate whole legacy. Creative finance. Bring more ecstasy. The right ingredients. Now that's a dope recipe.
Okay. Guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Now, I wanted to talk to you guys because I talk to a lot of people, man, on a daily basis. And when I talk to them, hey, Diana Hutton, what's happening? So when I talk to them, though, most of these people, they want to become real estate investors. All right. And, you know, we ask them a couple of questions because I want to make sure that I can help, these people and get these people to their actual goal. And one of the things that they usually say is that they want to own rental properties. All right. And guys, that is, to me and to a lot of people, that is a huge mistake. Huge mistake. But we don't know any better. All right. Because there is an information gap that we have, man. And it's, dude, it's kind of some bull, you know what I mean? Like, because certain information is buried away. It's hidden from us. All right. And the big boys play the game the way I'm about to tell you about. Okay. Now, when you got rental properties, oh my goodness, man, that stuff is a nightmare. It's a nightmare, man. And people just don't know it, right? People just don't know this. So one thing, oh, and guys, I wanted to mention too, if you guys have questions, put it in the comments and I'll answer your questions on the second half of the show. But I want you to put where you're from when you ask that question, man. I'm a small town Iowa guy. I like to know where people are from. All right. And I'm a little scatterbrained today, man, because I've been going in a bunch of different directions today. I had a lot going on. I got a lot of different streams of income. So I've got to manage a lot of things. My systems are in place, and my team is almost put together to the fullest. You guys are gonna realize, man, when you start doing this, when you're putting your team together, oh my goodness, you are going to be you're gonna go through a lot of people. You're going to go through a lot of people, but that's just the name of the game, man. If you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to have financial freedom, control of your life, control, guys. Like I don't even say that word lightly. All right. I I don't even say that word lightly. All right. Control, complete and utter control of your schedule, your time, your finances, your health, your well-being, man. It is, oh man, it's a glorious feeling. It's a great feeling, man. And the best part is, right, the way that we do real estate, we become the bank. So I'm not going into banks begging them for money, qualifying for debt, filling out credit applications, doing debt to income ratios, showing my W 2s, proof of income. I'm not doing any of that. I only go into banks to deposit fat boy checks, man, big boy checks. Just deposited a $40,000 check about 10 days ago. That week, I made 100 grand, guys, 100 grand with my different streams of income, man. It glorious. Um, the best part is we can all do this. You guys need to know that if I can do this, you can absolutely do this because one, guys, I graduated third from last in my high school class, third from last. So that means there were only two people, two people that were dumber than me. Yeah, that ain't that many. You know what I mean? Only two. Like, damn. And then there was, hundreds that were supposedly smarter than me. Right? Zuli D from Fairfield, California. What's good? We got Anonymous from, guess what? My hometown. Hey, that's some Sioux City shit right there, man. To the fullest. Um, but what up, Anonymous? Good to meet you. So then we got Melissa from Arizona. Man, we got people coming in throughout all over the country. Hey, look at it. Hey, okay, you remember them squatters. Yeah. Hey, that's the house I just got the $40,000 down payment on. The squatter house, man. Boom. I told you. I try to tell y'all. So, guys, understand this. One thing is that 95% of real estate investors fail. All right. That's why Zuli D put that 5% there, right? Because we're in the 5% that succeed. But we're in that 5% because one, we don't have to really worry about financing. All right. When you've got to worry about your financing, it's a whole different game, man. It is a whole different game. Um, but the way that we do real estate, really, it's about your problem solving abilities. Can you be the solution to a person's problem? If you can, if you are able to do that, well, then I mean, you get paid very well and you get a house on top of that. All right. So I'm about to show you guys something, all right? Because this is the difference. See, when you're a landlord, right? When you're a landlord, all right, you're getting that first month's rent and then you're getting the deposit. So let's just say, for an example, that you rent your house out for $1,000 a month. All right. Well, that means when somebody moves in, right? You've cleaned it up, you've put new carpet, maybe some new paint and all that good stuff. So somebody moves in, you're gonna get paid $2,000, the first month's rent, and then a deposit. And I mean, guys, that's not a whole lot of money. Now, and then the worst part about it is you're responsible for the maintenance and the repairs. And then legally, as a landlord, there is a bunch of things that you have to do, or you can get sued for it. You can get sued for it as a landlord. All right. Now, the difference is, and I'm about to show you something. I just had to upload a picture. I'm going to share my screen with you guys here real quick. Damn, did I save that to the right one? Oh, I believe I did. So I'm going to show you guys something here real quick, because I just told you, as a landlord, you get that first month's rent and deposit, right? Well, the way that we do it, we're getting all of the benefits, all right, of being a landlord with none of the headache. Okay. So this house that I got the $40,000 down payment on about 10 days ago or so, I actually still make monthly passive income off of that, because I'm still getting rent to own payments. I sold that house on a lease option, and somebody actually put that up here. Balpley put that up here, lease options. So that's one of the ways. There's many different ways to structure this. But let me show you guys something right here, man, just so y'all know that I don't be playing no games. We not playing no games around here. Check this out. And guys, don't forget to hit that like button. All right. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? Let me see if I can, hey, get close in there. Boom. That's your boy right there. You guys see that? Yes. Do y'all see that? That says $40,000. That is a cashier's check, and that is made out to me. Let me zoom into that a little bit more, just so you guys can see who that is made out to. You guys see who that is made out to there? That says Gene Boykin Jr. as agent. 40 grand, y'all. 40 grand. I like to show receipts, all right, because I mean, there ain't no reason. I mean, there are people out here that are on some BS, man, and they say they do things that they don't do. And they can do things that they don't even know how to do. They've just read the results, and that's dangerous. And people actually pay them to learn some shit that they can't even be taught, right? So I wanted to show you guys that. Now, the way that it works is this. People say I want to be a landlord because this is how it goes, man. And I gotta bust out my trusty whiteboard here for you guys. So you guys can see the method, man. Boom. You can see it. All right. So when you become an investor, right? A lot of times, most times, you've got to get the money for that investment property. All right. So you get a loan from the bank, you get a mortgage. So the investor gets a mortgage, all right? Let's just say that mortgage is for $100,000. All right, that mortgage is for $100,000. Now, the monthly mortgage payments on that they pay back to the bank are $600 per month. $600 per month on your mortgage payment. Now, what the investor does is this. They then rent it out. They rent it so that the rent money will actually pay this. So they'll rent it for $1,000 per month. No vowels. All right, so $1,000 per month. So that is, I got my shadow showing here, man. Get that out of the way. So $1,000 per month is what you're going to get off of that. $1,000 per month. All right. Now, what your profit is, your monthly profit for their profit equals $400. $400. All right. Now we're going to multiply that by 12. That's going to be $4,800 a year. All right. $4,800 a year. But take this into consideration, guys. Take this into consideration, all right? Now, you're making $4,800 a year, and you're paying down that mortgage as a landlord, all right? But as a landlord, you are responsible for the maintenance and the repairs, all right? So if that tenant isn't mowing the grass and you're getting violation letters from the city, you're going to be the one that has to pay that fine for that, all right? Also, let's just say, for an example, the furnace goes out, all right? A furnace, that costs $3,500. $3,500 for a furnace. So the furnace just went out, guys, and you're the landlord, all right? So we're going to subtract 3,500 from this. Subtract 3,500, all right? Your total profit now for the year just went from 4,800 to, what is that? 1,300. Now think about this. Think about this, all right? If you are a landlord and you're making $4,800 a year off of your investment property, dude, that ain't no money. So you would have to own 10 houses to make what, $48,000 a year? Come on now. 48,000 isn't even much, man. People make that at their job. Now, I'm going to show you the right way to do it. Yes, it's paying down that debt on that property. All right. So you owe less and less. But if your furnace goes out, boom. If your hot water heater goes out, bang, that's $1,200. If you got to get a new toilet, you got some kids living there and they're putting diapers down the toilet and toys down the toilet, and that toilet gets all clogged up, that costs you a few hundred. Your profit for the year is gone. So guess what you just became? You just became a philanthropist, charity. You gave that house away pretty much. You let somebody live there pretty much for free because you didn't make any money. All right. Now I'm about to show you the right way. But first, hit that like button. Hit that like button, y'all. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I'm about to give you guys some game. Let me turn this light up so you guys can see. Now, here is the game. This is what real investors do, all right? And this is what I get tired landlords with all the time. Because I'll tell a tired landlord, hey, I'm going to turn you into a real estate investor now. You weren't a real estate investor before. Now you're about to be a real estate investor. So you guys just saw that $40,000 check that I got, all right? Let me write down these numbers on this board so you can see my numbers, man, my numbers. So I took over a mortgage of $123,000. I took over a mortgage of $123,000. That means no credit checks, no W-2s, none of that. I became the bank. I went in there and I solved this person's problem, all right? Also, that house, it had squatters in it, so it was tore up. We had to fix it, man. We had to fix it, all right? So when we fixed it, it cost $27,000. That money didn't even come out of my pocket. 27K. Boom. That's $150,000. That's $150,000, and I didn't have to qualify for that mortgage, guys. Now this is where I got rich. All right, check this out, man. This shit is amazing. And there's a company in my city that owns 112 houses, and they rent them out all like this. Now, what you do is you can either sell that, you do that house on a rent to own. You can do it on a contract for deed. You can do it on a lease option. And there's different ways to structure that lease option. All right. But so you're actually selling the house and then you become that person's bank. So this $150,000 that I owe on the debt that I took over, plus the expenses to fix it up and make it brand new. Now I sold the house for I sold this house. I sold this house, guys, for $215,000. $215,000. Then, guys, I got that $40,000 down payment on that picture I just showed you. So, $40,000 down. $40K down payment. So, with a $40K down payment, now my buyer, my tenant buyer, that's what they're called, they owe me $175,000. $175K. All right. So my tenant buyer is now making rent to own payments on $175,000. I charge him 6.5% interest. So his monthly payments to me each month are, what was it? $1,533 before taxes and insurance. $1,533. I forgot to tell you guys, the mortgage payment on this $123,000 that I'm responsible for, that I took over, man, guess how much that is? Mortgage payment is $955. I'm getting a $1,533 payment a month. All right. So my monthly cash flow on that is around $600. $600 a month I'm making. Now, the good part about it is this. When that hot water heater goes out, guess who has to pay for that? When that furnace goes out, guess who has to pay for that? Not me, guys, because I'm not the landlord. I'm the bank in this situation because my tenant buyer is actually buying the place from me. I pretty much just gave them a loan. Sorry, guys, my fiance made these slushy things. Fire. Anyway, my bad. So anyway, this is the thing. I got a $40,000 down payment. I just showed you guys the picture of that. All right. I'm going to show it to you one more time. $40,000 down payment. That's what got it down to $175,000. Now I'm making $600 a month, monthly cash flow. The best part is I'm not responsible for the maintenance or the repairs on that thing. And what's even better, this is how you have all of the benefits of being a landlord with none of the headaches. What's even better is if my tenant buyer doesn't pay, if they stop making monthly payments, I don't have to go to eviction court, guys, because they're buying it from me. So all I have to do is something called a forfeiture. It's the same thing as when a bank does a foreclosure. If you stop paying your mortgage payment, the bank does a foreclosure. Well, when you're selling on a rent to own, the owner does a forfeiture on that. And it only takes 30 days. You just have to file some paperwork, man. It takes 30 days. You get your house back. If they don't want to leave, the sheriff will come help them leave. Now, some people may be asking themselves this. Well, what if you want to do a buy and hold and you want to own that property forever and you don't want to sell it? Check it out. This is the thing. The statistics on this are this. 90% of people that buy on contract, they do not pay the balloon payment when it's time to pay it. So I set out a balloon payment of 5 years from now, where the person that's renting to own it from me will have to pay me the whole lump sum of what they owe me on that $175,000 that they're slowly paying down month to month. So 90% of people do not pay that balloon payment. So guess what happens when they don't pay that balloon payment? I get to do it all over again. So they will be asked to leave nicely. Once they leave, I'll get to market it, advertise that house as for sale by owner, rent to own, no credit checks, down payment required. I'll get another $30,000, $40,000 down payment. Then I'll continue to make that $600 a month. And guess what I'm not doing? I'm not getting up in the middle of the night, going and fixing leaky faucets and clogged up toilets. I'm not driving around town in my old rusty truck with my tool belt on, hating life because I own 10, 15 rentals and I've always got a problem to fix because I'm not responsible for the maintenance and repairs, guys. This is the right way to do real estate. This is the right way. There's a company in my city, man. I'm telling you, they own 112 houses. Somebody I know that's close to me is actually buying a house from them. And I looked up their house, and don't you know that that house, they sell it on contract. They have done 5 forfeitures over the last 20 years on that house. 5 forfeiture proceedings. So they just keep getting that house back from people over and over, and they continue to get a down payment and put that in their pocket and keep making money. And then the best part is that monthly payment that I'm getting from my buyer, my tenant buyer, it's paying down that debt that I took over. Thus, getting a free house, guys. Getting a free house. So I did this one. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Zuli D said, I like receipts. I like receipts. Option fee, LOL. That's what's up. I told you guys. It's about the knowledge. All you guys, I'm doing this with knowledge and paperwork, contracts. All right. Anybody can do it. You just have to have that confidence that you know that you can do it. You got to have the right, you got to have the right knowledge. You got to have access to the right knowledge, man. I dug and I dug and I dug for this knowledge. See, this is the thing, right? So I got a few people on here watching right now, man. So I'm gonna ask you guys something. Do you got, and you can do this in all 50 states, all right? Texas, it's hard to sell on contract and a lease option. It's possible, but it's difficult. But you can still do it. You just do something called a wrap mortgage. There's always a way. But I want to ask you guys something. Do you guys mind if I talk to you guys like family? Can I talk to you guys like family right now? Drop some flames in the comments, man, if you guys don't mind. If I can talk to you like family, man. If I can't, if there ain't no flames in the comment, then I'll keep this shit, surface level for you, and I won't, you know what I mean? But I want to know that I can talk to y'all honestly like family, man. And I'm gonna give it to you. These comments coming through slow. All right, looks like I can't, man. So this is what we're gonna do. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask your questions, put them in the comments, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna get okay, there go them comments. I mean, there go them flames, there go them flames. All right, I'm about to say I'm gonna get up out of here. Shit, I got shit to do, you know. Oh my God, Nick Bravo's on here. All right. So guys, this is the thing. It's people are longing for the truth. People are longing for the truth, all right? And the thing is, they want to believe a lie. You know what I mean? They want to believe a lie. And this is the thing, all right? If we have to learn a new skill that you don't currently have if you want to produce an outcome that you can't currently get. Let me rewind that. Let me rewind that. All right. Now, you have to learn a new skill that you don't currently have. If, okay, if you want to produce an outcome that you can't currently get. So I've talked to people, man, that are like, yeah, I've got, 20, 30 years experience doing this thing or that thing, right? And it'll be something simple. I've got 20 years experience, driving a forklift. And I'm like, well, not really. You've got 2 weeks experience driving a forklift, and then you've got another 19 years and some change stuck driving a forklift, because that's not a high level skill, man, that you can really get paid and free up your time. We've got to step outside of our comfort zone, man. If you want more, you've got to. You have to. But we've got to stop believing that lie. We want the truth, right? We want the truth, but we need the truth, but we want to believe a lie. And I had to get that. I'm not preaching on a soapbox here, man. I had to get myself out of that place. I had to. So I know that it is possible. I know that it's possible. And once you are out of that place mentally, you have to become the person that you want to be before you can get those things that you want to get. I'm telling you, man. And it's not difficult. It's a fine line between those two things. It's a fine line. That's why I said, um, you know, can I talk to y'all like family? Can I be honest with y'all? You know what I mean? Because what let me ask you guys all this. What brought you here today? What brought you to this live? What brought, and you don't have to, I mean, you can just answer that inside of your head, man. And then answer this. Why don't you, what your answer was? Why don't you have those things already? Why don't you have them? Right? What's stopping you from getting those things? If you think about it, it's the gap in information, guys. It is the gap in information. That's why I feel like it's my duty to get this knowledge out there for you guys, man. Put those breadcrumbs out there. So now when you go out there, man, hey, yup. Love it, guys. Love it, man. You guys are dope. You guys are the true heroes, man. Straight up. I love it. Cause that's true, man. And one of the greats, Dr. Myron Golden, says that every human being is doing 100% of what they can do with who they are right now. Everybody is doing 100% of what they can do with who they are right now. We have to make that change, and change is hard. But to make that change, we have to have self-awareness. We have to, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, man. I'm in a difficult situation right now, man, because I've got a person that, I really really like and respect. And hey, look at Ricio. So I can't, so anyway, I got a person that I really like and respect, man. And that person has been, fumbling, man. They've been fumbling. And tried to give that person constructive criticism because there's consequences to our actions. You know what I mean? And without that self-awareness, we will never see a problem. And if we don't see a problem, well, then what is there to fix if there isn't a problem? Guys, I made $100,000, man, a couple weeks ago, in a week. In a week. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm trying to tell you guys that because it is possible. I'm just a regular fucking dude, man, from Sioux City, Iowa, dude, that has been, man, through hell, through some shit, ups, downs, all of that, man. I'm still like, I got a couple people from my city, man, on this live tonight. That's probably a first for me, that a couple of people from my city are on a live, and I'm putting my city on the map, man. Right? So we're up against a lot. But with the right information, you guys can do it. You guys can do it. So let me answer a couple of these questions, because I do get off on tangents, and I do apologize for that. But hey, it is what it is. So, Quinn Wilson says, do I do seller owner finance deals and he's from Alabama. So yes, absolutely. That's what it is. Listen to me. When we buy a house by becoming the bank, right, and we take over an existing mortgage, we're taking that mortgage over, and then, so we've acquired that house by taking over the existing mortgage. Then when we sell it on our exit strategy, the disposition, when we sell it to a tenant buyer on rent to own, that is seller financing. We're selling it to a tenant buyer, man. So they're buying it from us, but they're just buying it on payments, and they're giving us that down payment. So it's really I buy houses on seller financing, and then I turn around and I sell them on seller financing. I've got another house that I got in a beautiful neighborhood. I just got it like last Friday, and I'm taking possession of it on September 1st. I'm paying the seller. I'm taking over their existing mortgage, and I'm paying them out $20,000 of their equity. All right. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay her $20,000 on September 1st. And that's not even going to be my own money. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell it to a tenant buyer, and I'm going to get another $40,000 down payment. Well, guess what? I'm just going to take the $20,000 out of that, and I'm going to pay my seller with that. Pay the seller of that house. So now none of that money comes out of my pocket. And then I get to keep the rest, because I'm going to raise the price from the price that I paid for it. Right. I'm paying 196,000 for that house. I'm going to sell it for 245,000. Boom. Right there. And it's simple. It's simple. This is what my mentors say. It's simple, but it's not easy. So yes, and I've got a colleague, man, that does real estate investing in Alabama. He's got some students and everything down there. Matter of fact, he was trying to sell his property that he just got, that he had just finished repairing, updating, and it's in Florida. And it was on the market, man, for like 17 days. And he saw that I got that $40,000 check, and he switched his whole strategy. Now he sold that property on seller financing terms, on rent to own. He's doing it on a lease option. He got a $5,000 down payment, or did he get 15? 5 or 15, I can't remember. Then he's going to cash flow $700 a month. Well, what he did though, he refinanced it with his bank, and he made about 40 or 50,000 on the refinance because of what he was able to buy it for. He bought it low. The repairs didn't cost much. He refinanced it, put 50,000 in his pocket. Then he's selling it to a tenant buyer because it was taking a long time to sell on the market, because the market is changing, guys. The market is fluctuating. Recio, what's good, homie? MP says, I need some money. Shit, there's plenty of money out there. Plenty of money out here. It's crazy. Okay, so MQ, there's 38 different ways to structure a transaction. All right. So the becoming the bank training, that is one type of transaction. And then my buying free foreclosures course, that's a whole nother type of transaction. That's what the buying free foreclosures course is called the wholesale and hold method. So the become the bank training, you're buying it subject to, you're doing an immediate deed transfer. Boom. Right. Well, the buying free foreclosures course, you're buying it on contract. So you get all rights to that property. The only thing is the deed doesn't get transferred in your name. It's kind of like when you go to a car dealership, right? And you're shopping for a new car and you say, yeah, I want this car right here. But you got to borrow the money from the bank to buy that car. So you do, you get approved, right? You get the money, the bank pays the car dealership. So now you get to drive off of the lot with the car, but the bank's name is on that car title. So you can't transfer the title to that car until you pay off that loan. Well, when we buy on contract, like the buying free foreclosures course, when we buy on contract, we can drive that car, right? Drive that house. We can use that house. We can rent it out. We can lease option it out. We can rent to own it. We can sell it even. But we just don't get the deed transferred to us until we pay off the debt that we agreed with the seller. So it's the same thing as when you buy a car, man. Just it's just a house. That's it. So that's why there's so many different types of transactions, man. And the thing is too, is like with my mentorship, man, and I'm about, because I've got a lot of people in my mentorship, and then I've got a lot of people, man, that'll set schedule calls and shit with my team, and some people won't show up, some people will show up. But this is the thing, I know the knowledge and the information that I have will change a person's life. It will get a person financial freedom. But I'm not going to drag a person to success. I'm not going to do it because I don't have to. I just show you guys a $40,000 check, man. So I don't need to teach people how to do this and get paid to teach people. I don't have to do that, man, because I can buy these houses. So I'm switching up my mentorship program, man, where it's going to be a little bit more difficult to even get on a call with my team to become a mentee. You know what I mean? But that said, the people that want it, man, it's there for the taking. Anybody can get this. Anybody. I love this stuff, man. Love it. Okay, so Ricio says, from what Gene has told me before, one of the best buyers that'll buy are Section 8 landlords. Go down to the courthouse and ask for the Section 8 landlord list. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Ricio, great point, homie. Great point. The only thing that you got to adjust there is this. Section 8, that's the federal government's program. So the Section 8 landlord list, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be at like your Department of Human Services building, right? DHS, or where you get like food stamps and all that other assistance. That's where the Section 8 office will be. So everything you said, except for the courthouse, you don't go to the courthouse. You go to like your Department of Human Services building. where you get food stamps and Medicaid, Medicare, stuff like that. That's where that Section 8 landlord list is. But let me also say this, man, because you guys are participating tonight. I love it. So I don't like to sell to investors because they're usually going to pay off that option fee, that balloon payment, right? But I don't like to do fix and flips either. So when I buy a house I'm taking over the debt on that house, but that house needs a ton of updates, a ton of work. Well, I can't move a family in there on rent to own because they don't want to come in and have to do all of those updates. So that's when I sell it to an investor. So that way I make my money on the down payment and then I make money on the monthly payments, but I know that investor is going to pay that balloon payment. So that's like the little risk that you take, that investor is going to pay off that balloon payment, but it's no big deal. I mean, you still make a ton of money and you avoided doing a fix and flip, man, because that shit is a headache. So Cold Camo says it's seller finance. What do we research to do the paperwork side of things, like all of the contracts? Man, that's a lot, dude. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you guys something real quick, man. Just so you can, because this is simple, but it's not easy, man. It's not easy. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. Look, so your contracts. I'm gonna share my screen. Oh wait, can I share my? Yeah. Let me just see something here real quick, guys, so I can show you this. Because the contracts, there's a lot of different contracts, man, for the different types of transactions. Um, uh, Camo, you gotta understand that there's 38 different ways to structure these deals, and your contracts are your most powerful tool. The most powerful tool. All right. So I'm gonna show you just one folder real quick with contracts in it that I have. All right. And man, this is just for a couple of different types of transactions here. So let me share my screen with you real quick so you guys can see this. And this isn't even getting these documents you're about to see. This isn't even getting into the like high level elite stuff. So look, you got the CTF letter, seller acknowledgement, land trust agreement, let me see, lease option, standard option to purchase, limited power of attorney, living revocable trust, memorandum of contract, standard information release form, standard purchase agreement. Let me see, what is that? The standard assignment of beneficial interest, appointment of land trust, replacement trustee, warranty deed to trustee. Dude, and this isn't even the high level stuff, man. This is a basic level stuff right there. So I said all that to say, you're gonna have to, Cold Camo, do a lot of studying. I do have a free subject to masterclass on my YouTube that you can check out, where I go over the subject to transaction documents right on screen, share my screen with you and everything. Anastasio Abundis. Hey guys, don't forget too, if you're new to my channel, when you ask a question, put where you're from, man. I'm a small town Iowa guy. I like to know where people are from. Also, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing if you feel like I bring you some value, man. Or you can just be a player about it and hit that subscribe for your boy. You know what I mean? Anastasio says, I'm a slow learner, help me. Well, you can do the independent. I got courses, man, where you can do, you can study on your own. You know what I mean? That way you can take your time. And then I've got a mentorship program too, where you get that one-on-one help or group coaching. But I've tightened the restrictions on letting people into my mentorship program, man, because I'm an investor, man. I can make money buying these houses by becoming the bank. And I, again, man, I don't want to drag a person over the finish line of success if they don't want to come, because that sucks the life out of me, man. You know what I mean? And it sucks the life out of them. So if you really do want it, I'm gonna have some opportunities, man, for my mentorship program. But I've got those few courses, man, and they're not expensive at all. Matter of fact, on the video I did last night, I put a link in the description where you can buy those courses for 50% off, man. Because I ain't even tripping, dude. I just showed you guys $40,000 check. I'm not tripping about that, man. Standard contracts, Recio, every document Standard, bro. Because when you're talking to the seller, when they see that standard up there, it's a psychological trigger, right? Standard. This is standard, Mr. Seller. We do this all the time. We do it all the time. It's standard. You know what I mean? I learned that from one of my mentors, man, and that works like a charm, homie. Okay. Houston, Texas. That's what's up, man. Hey, I flew down to Mexico, right? And my bags got hung up, man, in Houston. And I had my red Michael Kors watch in there. Man, they jacked it. Somebody stole it from me. I was like, damn, that sucked. But hey, thank you. Thank you, Anastasio. Appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on the show, man. Checking me out on my lives, man, supporting. Repetition is key with this subject. Nick Bravo, you hit the nail on the head, my friend. You hit the nail on the head. Yeah, I'm definitely out here, cold camo. Definitely. I ain't playing no games, man. Why would I? Like, there ain't no reason to play no games, man, because this is real and we can actually do this and it is life altering, man. So my philosophy was this. If I want my life to change, right? If I don't like where I'm at, I got to do something different. I got to. I can't keep waking up, going to work every single day, waking up in the morning like, oh, fuck, man. I got to go to this punk ass job again. I can't live my life like that. So I was like, man, Gene, you got to do something different. You got to bet on yourself, but you got to put in the work. You got to, man. You got to not let fear hold you back. Fear is a made up thought, man. See, fear, we have fear and anxiety confused with each other because fear, we're supposed to have fear. Fear helps us to survive, man. Fear is a survival mechanism because fear means that we are taking precaution from an immediate danger. So we walk out in the middle of the street without looking both ways, man, and there's a car coming. Fear helps us to take immediate action and move our asses out the way. You know what I mean? But where we have it mixed up with anxiety is this. Anxiety, man, is thinking about something that'll happen in the future that might go wrong. So we have anxiety about it and we don't try it because we're like, oh, if this goes wrong, this and that'll happen. If I miss this step, man, then I'll ruin everything. So we just don't try it. You know what I mean? And those things, that is a made up thought in our mind. It's made up because none of that has happened yet. So we don't know which direction it's going to go. So I choose faith every single time, but I don't choose faith just based off of my ego. Like, oh yeah, I'm so smart. I'm so this. No, man, no. No, I choose faith every time because I know the commitment that I put in. I know the hard work, man, the late nights, the early mornings, man, the hours upon hours of studying, man, all that. I know the hard work that I put in. So I have complete and utter faith that I will reach my goal. And yes, obstacles will come up, man. They do. Obstacles come up. That's natural. That is the nature of things. But I look at obstacles like this. I embrace obstacles because I know that when an obstacle comes up, that means that I'm getting closer to my goal, right? And also, when that obstacle comes up and I handle it, man, I take care of it, I do my thing, whatever it is, man, and I fix it. I get around it, over it, through it, whatever, right? Now, when I'm moving forward, man, on my path to success, when that same obstacle pops up again, guess what? I know how to handle it now. So instead, like back when I first hit that obstacle, it was like I was on fire, man. I had to stop, drop, and roll. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on fire. I got to stop, drop, and roll. Now I done already did that. So now when it pops up again, I don't got to stop, drop, and roll. I can put that fire out with my pinky toe, man. This ain't nothing. Here, let me get that thing out, man. See a little smoke coming up. Let me get that little thing out. And then I move on, man. Keep doing boom. So I love obstacles, man. I do. I do. We've got to embrace them, man. We can't always say, oh, this is so hard. Oh, this always happens to me, man. Why are things so hard for me? Because they're hard because it is a gift to make us better, to refine us, man, so that we can handle those major gifts that are in our future, man. Straight up, straight up. I know I'm preaching tonight, y'all. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Anastasio, that's how I started, homie. That's how I started, man, with traditional fix and flips. We did 3 flips in 3 years, man. My partner's a doctor. The banks would not give us money. And that is super difficult because once you buy the house and you pay for the materials and stuff, then it's in your contractor's hands when they're doing the fix. And that could mean life or death for your deal. And you're nothing but a glorified employee of the bank, because if the contractor just robs you, leaves, runs off with your money or whatever, doesn't do the work or messes up the work, whatever, we still got to pay the bank back. The bank does not care. So, man, I had to get out of that, dude. This strategy has changed my life. Okay, MP says, how does a family get out of Section 8 to home ownership? So there is a program for that now. It's called NACA, NACA. It's a government program, man, that helps first-time home buyers, especially Section 8. You got to have like a job for, I don't know if it's like 3 months. I don't know the ins and outs of the program. I just know about that program, MP. It's called NACA, NACA, and that is specifically to help people in Section 8 become homeowners. So great question. I rarely talk about that because I don't borrow money, to buy houses, but that's how a person in Section 8 can get a house, become a homeowner, man. And it's relatively easy from what I hear. All right. I'm not too well versed on it, but from what I hear, just in the industry, it's relatively easy to do it. So great question. Yes, and this is the thing, Recio, man. With my mentorship program, my inner circle, dude, I just had students last week, right? Dude, they got a house, right, for $5,000. All right, they got the house for $5,000, and they don't even have to pay that out of their own pocket. Then they're taking over a mortgage that has $104,000 left on the mortgage. All right, so taking over a mortgage of 104, paying 5,000, that's 109,000. The house is valued at 224,000. That is $115,000 in equity. So let's just overestimate right now. We'll overestimate the repairs and we'll say the repairs are 50,000. All right. So at $115,000 in equity and $50,000 in repairs, that still leaves $65,000 profit, and they didn't spend any money and no credit checks. And I'm overestimating those repairs because a $50,000 rehab, that's like a whole damn near new house, pretty much. So I just wanted to overestimate just to be safe. And you still make 65K. No credit checks, no W-2s, no realtors, no inspectors, none of that, man. It is all sheer knowledge and problem solving abilities. Problem solving abilities, guys. Love it. What are your times for lives? We are in landscaping. So I've been doing my lives at 9:30, man, at night, and I'm gonna be doing 30 lives in 30 days. I'm only on like day 4 or 5 or something. So I'll probably be doing them usually around 9:30, man, same time each evening. All right. So you got that. So you can come through, man, 9:30, 9:30. Mm. Quinn Wilson, great question. Great question. And that's what a lot of people have that difficulty, all right? So check it out. Got to drink my slushy, man, before it thaws out, before it melts. It's damn near melted. Anyway, because I love to talk so damn much. But so for a subject to deal, right? That's just subject to is one type of transaction, guys. Remember, I said there's 38 different ways. So with the subject to, you get the deed transferred to your name, but the debt stays in the seller's name. You don't have to qualify for that debt. You just take over that mortgage. Well, the only thing that you need out of the establishment is either an attorney or a title company, or you might need both, depending on the state that you live in. Thought I heard my daughter knocking. Gotta let my baby in if that was her. So a lot of attorneys, a lot of title companies, they've never heard of subject to. And for why, I don't know. To me, that's ridiculous, man. So a lot of people have a difficult time finding a title company or an attorney. Now, with me, my inner circle, we buy and trust, right? I teach them to buy and trust, and then we have instructions to the title company or the closing attorney. So they just have to follow the instructions on that document, right? But this is the thing, Quinn. I live in Sioux City, Iowa, man. Sioux City, freaking Iowa. It's not that big. It's like 80,000 people is the population. So you can imagine that the fucking title companies here and the attorneys here, they didn't know what the fuck subject to was, man. Had no idea, right? So, what I had to resort to was I started using creative financing, the wholesale and hold method. So it's a own nothing, control everything philosophy. So what I would do is I would buy it on contract and I'd still take over the existing mortgage. But when we buy on contract, Quinn, we don't need to go to the title company or an attorney because you're just buying on contract, man. You get that contract signed, notarized, then you record it down at the recorder's office downtown. Now you're on public record of the contract owner of that property, and you have all control of that property, man. You can rent it out, you can lease option it out, you can sell it, you can do whatever you want with it as long as you're making your payments that contract says that you agreed to. And then you just don't get the deed transferred to your name. Now this is the funny part about that, Quinn, is this. I remember I had called a lawyer one time in my city, and he's like the main real estate lawyer. And he's the main real estate lawyer. So I asked him to be my lawyer, and he's like, "Oh, I don't really like to do the exotic stuff, this, that, this, that." So I'm like, "All right, man, whatever." Like, I'm not stopping, I'm not perturbed by that shit. So I end up buying a house, man, and I bought it on contract. Well, my buyer, just like Ricio said, about investors. Well, my buyer was an investor because that house needed a lot of updating. So he ended up giving me about 5 or 6 monthly payments on that house, and then he refinanced all of his assets. So when you refinance, the bank pays off all of your debt, and then you just have to make one payment to the bank. Well, since he was refinancing the house that he owed me, paying it off, we had to close that transaction. Well, the buyer's attorney is responsible to close the deal. So, since I bought that house on contract, when we go to close, guess who the attorney was, Quinn? The same fucking dude that told me he didn't like to do exotic stuff. But he had to close my deal because he was the attorney, the closing attorney for the bank. So, and there was nothing wrong with that transaction. Like there was nothing crazy about it. I bought on contract, you know what I mean? But he saw my name on the paperwork, man, and I knew it. Just like I knew it fucked him up, Quinn. Like I knew it because he didn't think I could do anything, without him, I'm sure, right? But guess what I did? I pretty much metaphorically twisted his arm into closing for me. Boom. Like, isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? I'm twisted, dude. Can you imagine that? I had a lawyer, man, turn me down, like snub his nose at me, and then in the end of it, he ended up having to close my deal. Whether he wanted to or not, he fucking had to close it because he's not going to turn the bank down. The bank, man, the vice president of that bank, she was super cool too, man. But could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Like you're just a regular person, man. Like I'm not the most educated person in the world. I'm self-studied, man. I'm from the streets, honestly. And I came up, man. I made my way up. I clawed my way out of it. You know what I mean? And like could you picture yourself, going to a lawyer and they snub you? Like, "Oh no, I don't know, I don't want to do that," because they don't have to take your business, like you can't make them represent you or whatever. So he snubbed me. But then 4 or 5 months later, he gets some paperwork to close a transaction. And guess whose name he sees? He sees mine. So I snubbed his ass. Oh my God, that was the best feeling, man. Best feeling. Love it. So we can do this, man. You like that, Ricio? Say, I ain't got to stop, drop, and roll no more, man. I put that thing out with the pinky toe, man. Ping, ping, ping. Go on, get out, man. You smoking a little bit, you bothering me. Nah, I just be talking crazy sometimes, man. I'm just. Oh, hey, thank you, MQ, man. I appreciate that. I do, man. And if you're thinking about getting in my mentorship, see, this is the thing, right? With my mentorship, it's not cheap because this is the thing about money, guys. Money comes and goes, right? We can replenish money. If I go out and I spend $10,000 tomorrow, guess what? I can go get a deal next week or the next day and make that $10,000 back, right? We can always replenish money. But what we cannot replenish is our time. Once our time is gone, once that moment is over, it is over forever. We can't replenish our time. So our time is our most valuable asset, man. And so that said, my mentorship, my inner circle group coaching, and my inner circle one-on-one mentorship, it is not cheap at all. Not at all, but it shouldn't be. Like my students that just got that house last week, man, they're about to make at least 65,000 on that deal. So they're group coaching, they're inner circle group coaching. So that's a little bit cheaper than my one-on-one. But if they were in my one-on-one, they have been students for a month and a half. So they would have made that investment to be one-on-one students, and then they would have 5x'd, 5 times what they invested in the one-on-one mentorship off of that one deal. 5 times. So it should be expensive. You know what I mean? Like, dude, so that said though, MQ, I brought that up to say this. What I did was, because I fuck with y'all, man, my people, regular, hardworking, everyday people. I didn't want to price people out of this though, right? Like the price was too much for a certain people, right? And then I'd be teaching all, no, I didn't want to do that, man. But I also had to make it worth my time. So what I did was, man, I've been searching, digging, researching, and I found a financing company. And I had to pay them a lot of money just to partner with me, to where we can get the mentorship programs, group coaching or one-on-one. You can get financing for it. And you can get the financing with as low as a 600 credit score. You can get 6 months, same as cash. And you don't even have to have proof of income, man, for the financing. Like, I paid a lot of money for that, but I wanted my people to win too. So there is that opportunity, right? But that said, I'm not just taking everybody into my mentorship program, man. I can't, man, because I want 100% success stories. Low-key guilt for negativity, but I'm always working on an open mindset and positivity. Zuli D, that's the first. I respect what you just said. I highly respect this comment here, and I thank you for that, because I always tell my people this, man, my students, my team. I tell them, without self-awareness, we will never get better. And if you can't handle the truth, you will never get better. You know what I mean? So Zuli D, what you just said, that shows that you have self-awareness. You just said, like, I'm low-key negative, man. I have negativity, but you're working on that with an open mindset and working on the positivity. So that's the thing. You see, if you don't have self-awareness, you don't know that that's a problem. So if there's no problem, there's nothing to fix. But when you have self-awareness, you see that there's a problem, and that is the first step. So now you have something that you have to work on to fix. So bravo. Bravo. I love it. I do. Keep it up. Keep it up. You got it. You on the way. That's the first step. 65K. And that's the low end, man. That's the low end. So the technical name for the foreclosures list, there's a few different names for it, right? But all you got to do is ask them. It just depends on where it's at in the foreclosure. So you got the list pendants. It's list pendants. So LIS, is it P? Yeah, okay. LISPENDES. That's a pre-foreclosure. That means they filed a court case on it, right? That's a list pendants. It means that somebody has filed a court case against you. Then the second thing is the sheriff's notices, right? The sheriff's sale notice. And that's public record, homie. That's public record. So this is what happened, because you're from my hometown, man. And when I first went downtown and I asked for that list, they told me that they don't have a list. And that's bullshit, because they do. Because they put out a sheriff's auction notices every fucking week, dude. So they do have a list. But they were just trying to play me, man. They were trying to be obstructionists. So what you do is you say, okay, if you don't have a list, that's cool. Can I just get your last 10 filings then? Your last 10 filings for foreclosure notices. And they might try to tell you, oh, you got to have the court number and this, that. Well, no, just let me get your last 10 filings. And if they still give you a hard time, you say, oh, okay, well, hey, is that a Freedom of Information Act form that we fill out? And then when I fill that out, where do I turn that in at? Oh, they'll straighten right up. They'll straighten right up if you say that, because that Freedom of Information Act, that's federal law that they have to give us this information, freedom of information. So those are some pro-level tips right there, man. So I'm working towards multiple streams of income online. Coming from a 9-to-5, it takes real mental effort to change your mindset and commit to learning new skills, but it's all possible. Absolutely, Cold Camo. 110%. So this is the thing. Multiple streams of income, a must have if you want to get financial freedom. So this is what I've done for people, man, because I've got a lot of TikTok videos that have just went nuts, dude, like nuts, viral, man. The millions and millions of views. So what I've done is I've set up an affiliate program. And there's a link in the description of this video where you can become a GoGetter family affiliate, and it doesn't cost you a thing, not a penny. No money, man. I don't even need it, honestly. But what happens is you sign up to be an affiliate, all right? And then you will get a personalized link it'll say, let's just say for an example, it's your screen name here, Cold Camo / buying free foreclosures. Because that link, that personalized link, that will be to my foreclosures course. So now anybody that buys my course using your link, you get 50% of that revenue. So you'll make $48.50 every time somebody buys it. Now, this is the thing. I don't want you to go out there and be a salesperson for my course. I don't want you to do that, man. That's crazy, right? I don't want you out there like, hey, buy Gene's foreclosure course, buy the GoGetter family for no, don't do that. All you got to do is this. You go to my TikTok profile and you go to the videos that have had millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views. You save those videos on your phone, and you can save them by clicking the 3 dots in the corner. When you pull the video up, there's 3 dots in the corner. You click on that, and then you click save video. You save it to your phone, and then you just repost that video. You can create a TikTok account strictly for those reposts of my videos, or you can put it on your existing account. Then you put the link in the profile of that account. So people will see all of those videos of me talking about this, giving tips, the millions and millions of views that I've already gotten. Those will start to pick up a speed, and people will click that link and they'll buy that course. And guess what you just did? You just created another stream of income that is making money for you while you sleep. I'm giving y'all the game, man. Giving y'all the game. Psh, shit. They've done what? Man, that is shit. That's the golden goose right there. You can go to my TikTok. My TikTok handle is the GoGetter family. Go check it out. I got a bunch of videos with millions of views, hundreds of thousands, 600,000, 700,000, man, 300,000, 200,000, 90,000, all that. You just repost those videos and put that link in your profile. You can start a whole new account, man, a whole new TikTok account, just reposting my videos on there, and you will get paid. You will get paid. So if you want to sign up for that, that's another stream of income, Cold Camo. Another stream of income, man. So Recio, it's state specific for that question that you asked, right? So some states, like in my state, we've got to use a title company for some things, and then we've got to use an attorney for some things, right? But depending on the transaction, you can just use an attorney, or you can just use a title company. But typically what they do in my state, Iowa, is when you go to buy a house, you'll go to a title company, boom. And then the title company does their thing. Then they send some paperwork over to the attorney. The attorney does what's called a title opinion. And then there's the abstract company. You know what I mean? So it just depends on your state. You got to look up your state rules on that. All right. And for all of you guys, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a certified accountant. I'm not certified in anything. I'm not a realtor. None of that. All right. Really, I'm just a certified fucking go-getter, straight up. But I'm not a professional. This is for educational purposes only. All right. So seek the advice of a professional. You know what I mean? But you guys see, we out here moving and shaking, man, the GoGetter family. Well, Nick, that's a good question too. Nick says, is it more difficult to do a deal on a more expensive property rather than a cheaper deal? So it just depends, really, right? Because you're going to look at the amount of equity that you have, because the equity is going to give you room to maneuver. All right. The equity gives you room to maneuver. You're going to look at the existing debt on that, the existing mortgage versus how much that house is worth. All right. Then the desirability of the neighborhood. Is it desirable? Like the house that I just got under contract that I'm taking possession of on September 1st. That's up by my old high school, man. I went to North High School in Sioux City, for those of you on Sioux City watching. That house that I just got that I will not be paying any money for is right up by North High, man. The thing is worth 241,000. And that, Nick, was easy for me to get. Easy. However, I got a house, man, I don't know, some months back on the west side of my city, which is not the greatest of neighborhoods. And it was easy. It was kind of easy for me to get possession of the house to acquire it, but the selling it was the hard part. Selling it was the hard part. That's how I came up with finding an instant buyers list on the Section 8 landlords list, because I had to get creative. So, Nick, there really is no black and white answer for that. It just depends on the numbers, the location. I mean, there's a lot of different variables in that. But to me, they're all relatively easy, dude. You just got to do it. And then you have the knowledge. When you have the knowledge of doing different types of transactions, you can make something happen, dude. Like, you can make it happen. There's a way. Some deals, dude, if you want to go for it, you might not make a bunch of money on the front end of that deal, right? But you've got an asset now, man. And it's a house, dude. It's a house. So when you put a tenant buyer in there paying you monthly rent payments, rent to own payments, maybe you're not making that much on the cash flow. But what it's doing is, Nick, is it's paying down that debt that you took over. So once that mortgage that you took over is paid off, guess what? All of that money goes in your pocket besides the taxes and the insurance. So shit. So, it's worth it, man. It's worth it. Shit. Mm. Oh my God, Zuli D. Zuli D says, no lie. I am broke. Although I work over 100 hours every 2 weeks to make ends meet. That is fucking, oh my goodness, Zuli D. You know what, Zuli D, straight up now, real talk, you need to get my affiliate link so you can just repost my videos, because that's passive income, man. And we're all always on our phone. So shit, you can just repost the videos and then go to sleep. And while those videos are getting bunch of views, once you put that link in the profile, and when people start buying that course, you're making $48.50. So pretty much $50 every time somebody buys that course. I had a person, because I just started that program, and there was a person last week that sold 3 courses in 2 days. $150. Boom. And probably took her 7 minutes to post the videos that she had posted. $150. Bam. And it goes right to your account too. As soon as somebody submits it and their payment goes through, I get half and then you get half immediately. Immediately. PayPal splits it up immediately. So Zuli D, damn that job. Because selling our time, man, you'll never get financial freedom off of that. You just won't. You know what I mean? Damn. 48 Laws of Power. You're right. That is a great book, Ricio. Yeah, you wanna I don't, some people say like 48 Laws of Power is evil and stuff like that. Well, if 48 Laws of Power is evil if you use it to manipulate people, yeah, you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? But we need to know human psychology. We need to know human behavior. We need to know it in negotiating. We need to know it so that sometimes we can get these people to let us help them, man, because they can't get over their own limiting beliefs. But then also, 48 Laws of Power, you want to know that book and read that book so that people cannot use it against you. Straight up. That's just the name of the game. One thing about it is, guys, we live in a cold fucking world, man. It is a cold world out here. Mindset can be a real bitch to change. Dude, Nick, you're right, man. You are right. And this is what will help you guys change your mindset, all right? It's because wisdom, but wisdom is this. Wisdom is the intellectual things that we have learned mixed with our experiences in life. Those two things together equal wisdom, right? But you don't have the right wisdom if you haven't learned these right things about life. So I'll tell you the books, man, that will help you. My top 3 books of all time are, one is the Bible, Proverbs, man. Proverbs in the Bible is amazing. But then Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill will change your entire fucking life, man. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Oh my God, that book saved my life. Saved my life. That was when, guys, I was reading the Bible, Think and Grow Rich, and then Undefeated Mind by Dr. Alex Lickerman. That was when I got peace of mind, and I was still in one of the worst places I've ever been in my life, and I got peace of mind in that moment, and I still had a ways to go before things would have, got better for me, but I had peace of mind, so I was happy. Even when I didn't have anything, man, I was happy, and that's what it's all about. I'm telling you. All right, I'm gonna answer a couple more questions, guys, that I gotta go. I see you guys got a bunch more questions on here too. Um, so Nick says, can't most foreclosure deals be done via subject to? Absolutely. Any deal can. And guys, you can do this in all 50 states. All right. You can do it in all 50 states, and you do not need a license, a realtor's license, none of that, no certifications. So you can absolutely. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to drink my drink before it melts, man. Anyway, my timing was bad. My girl making them. But anyway, the thing with the subject to, Nick, in a foreclosure scenario is you've got a limited amount of time depending on when that foreclosure auction is. And with a subject to, you've got to go through the closing process, right? Title search, and then you take it to the title company and they do their thing. So that could take a month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. It just depends on if you're in good with the title company. So what I do when I don't have much time is I will buy that house on contract because we can get that done in 24 hours. They sign the contract, we get it all executed properly, right? That means just getting it notarized, signing it correctly. And then you record it down at the recorder's office. Now, on public record, you own that property on contract. You just don't have the deed in your name. And then that's how you do your thing with catching up the back payments, or however you're going to do that, or whatever your exit strategy is. But you can get that done quicker when you buy it on contract. So that's just a pro level tip. How do I go about getting deals? Shit, that's a whole. What do you mean, like finding them? One way is just to put the name of your county and then sheriff's sale. So I live in Woodbury County, Iowa. I would put Woodbury County Sheriff's Auction or Woodbury County Sheriff's Sale in Google, and I find then that brings up a list of the houses going up to sheriff's auction. Then the reason I say that one is because those are motivated sellers. They have to sell because their house is going to auction. So they got to do one of three things. They've either got to sell it, they got to catch up those back payments, or they got to let it go to auction and get nothing. So they're motivated. We guys understand this. We don't buy houses. We buy problems. You want to find motivated sellers. So foreclosure, divorce, inherited houses, out-of-state owners, people that have two mortgages, vacant properties. Did I say divorces? I think I did. Tired landlords is a really good one, right? Because these people have problems for us to solve. All right. And you can find all of those in different places, but it's all public record to find. Mm. Yeah, Recio, you just got to make sure that that lawyer does real estate transactions. As long as they do real estate transactions, you're good, man. If they close them, you're good. Okay, so nope, MQ, it's just my buying free foreclosures course. That is $97. That's the only one that's so when you go in that link in the description that says become a GoGetter affiliate, you're gonna put your name in there, your email address, and then it says what's your affiliate ID. Well, your affiliate ID is whatever you want it to be. So you make up the name, and we'll just say it says you make it MQ, right? So it'd be MQ slash buying free foreclosures. So you just put MQ in there. And then when you submit it, the system puts the slash buying free foreclosures on there. And then all you get is a link. It's just a link, man. And people click on that link and it takes them to the page, the landing page that has a description of the course and all that. And then they can put their credit card in or their PayPal account and buy it. So all you're doing is you repost the video on your TikTok, right? Or you can create a new TikTok. You repost the videos, and then you're going to put the link in the profile. Because in the profile, when you make that TikTok, it's going to ask you for a website. Where it asks you for a website, that's where you put the link, your affiliate link. All right. That's your website right there. And then what happens is you're reposting those videos and people will get so many views, and they'll go to the profile like, who the hell is this person? And they'll click on that link and they'll see that they can buy this course that's teaching them what I said in those videos. I hope that makes sense, man. Okay, okay. Yeah, 704 Queen City Goon. Queen City, that's Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, all right. I love Charlotte, man. Woo, Charlotte's dope. Yes. Yes, Think and Grow Rich is huge, man. Huge. Flyboy says, "Does this work only for foreclosures or can I work for a regular property?" It works on every type of property. I'm a foreclosure specialist, so I know the ins and outs of foreclosures, the process, all of that. But the house, I just bought a house last Friday. I'm taking possession of it September 1st. The owners of that house, she's a doctor. She wasn't in foreclosure. She's just moving out of state and has 2 mortgages and they don't have a lot of equity. So they couldn't sell it on the market without having to pay out of pocket to sell their house. And they didn't want to do the repairs. So I went in, I let them know what I could do. I showed them my seller presentation and I'm taking over that debt. I'm buying that house that way. And that wasn't in foreclosure. So you can do this on any type of property, guys. The only thing that you cannot do, that I don't recommend that you do, is buy a house that has a reverse mortgage. That's it. And I don't like homeowners associations because they're like the mob, but man, because they can tell you what to do, when to do it, how to do it, man. And it's like, dude, I'm not even dealing with that shit. Okay, sis. Okay, okay. Last question. Will you do a live on how to fill out the contracts properly? So I've got one, man. I've got one. It's my free subject to masterclass it's on my YouTube channel, man. You just got to go through the videos. I know I got a bunch of videos on there now, but yeah, it's the free subject to course, Resale. But I'll do another one, man. There's a lot of different contracts. So I'll do one soon. Matter of fact, you know what? I will do one on the lease option next. So I'll do one on how to fill out those contracts. All right. I'll even do a screen share and everything. It might not be like my next live, but it'll be coming up really, really soon for you, Recio. That you got my word on that too, man. That's my word, homie. I got you. Thanks for the shout out. Love, Big Gene. Word, man. I love Charlotte, dude. Charlotte's dope, man. I do, straight up. We were we coming back from Mexico? God, where was I going? I think we might have been coming back from Mexico and we stopped in Charlotte, and I don't even know why the hell we were way over in Charlotte coming from Mexico, but dude, yeah, Charlotte's dope, man. The Queen City, man. Charlotte got some shit, dude. And there's some money down there, man. So guys, hey, I've been on here for way too long tonight, way too long. But I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. You guys are the man heroes, man, because you guys, how you guys are on here right now on this live, asking questions, chopping it up. I'm giving you some game. You're learning, you're getting excited, you're seeing, you're visualizing it. You're seeing yourself like, holy shit, Gene did it. I can do it. You know what I mean? Guess what? I was doing the same fucking thing, man. The same thing. And it wasn't even that long ago. I got my first house subject to last April of 21. So a year and 4 months ago, guys, I got my first house this way. So just a couple of months before that, I was doing the same thing that you guys are doing right now with my mentor on his lives. And I had to work my way up to be him for him to be my mentor, man. So you guys are right where I was, man. I'm telling you. If you guys go back and look at my fucking my YouTube channel and some of my older videos and you look at the background, it don't look nothing like this, man. It was bogus. But I had to start somewhere. You know what I mean? I had to start somewhere and I progressed. I progressed over time because I continued to put in the work. I continued not to let obstacles hold me back. I continued not to let fear dictate the shit that I do, right? I do not subscribe to fear and I took action. So you guys are in the same position that I was just in not long ago. All right. So I want you to keep pushing. Keep pushing. If you know that this is the thing, the strategy that will finally give you a chance to be at the same starting line as everybody else, well, then damn it, you got to put in the work. Damn it, you got to get up and get after it. You've got to get over the discouragement that you will get from other people, man, around you, friends, family, whoever. That's why I started the GoGetter family, man, because I got so much discouragement from people, man. My sisters laughed at me, man. They laughed at me. They ain't laughing now. They damn sure ain't laughing now, but they laughed at me. And that shit hurt, man. It did. You know what I mean? But I knew what my destiny was, man. I knew it. I knew it in my heart and in my soul. And then the fact that I saw that other people were doing this, they were doing it, they were getting it done. They were showing checks, just like I show y'all checks. So what that meant to me was somebody else is doing it. So that means that I can do it too. I've just got to find the information and work and put in the research, all of that. I just got to do it because somebody else is doing it. So that means that I can do it. So guys, I'm doing it. So guess what that means? That means that you can fucking do it too. All right. So I got to get up out of here, man. Hey, is that my guy, Timothy? That's my one-on-one student, Timothy. Hey, Timothy got him a house, man, 15,000. The house is worth about 88,000, man. Timothy, what's up? I'm about to say, what you doing up so late? But you a couple hours behind me. So, guys, I'm going to get up out of here. Timothy, nothing but love, man. Nothing but love. 704 quick. All right. Yeah, from Big Sandy to here, homie. Shit. That was the best thing ever happened to me, man. Sharpened me up, man. Taught me the truth about life. All right. Hey, I will be seeing you. All right, guys, I got to get up out of here, man. I do appreciate the love, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, get us in the algorithm so we can get this knowledge out to everybody, man. Get it out to the people. And for those of you that are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you feel like I brought you some value. That way you'll get notifications when I'm doing lives, all that, all right? But guys, I got to get up out of here for now, all right? So until next time, let's get to it, y'all.
I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. They some go-getters. We some go-getters. Hope you a go-getter. Let's get it. I'm a go-getter. Hustle to the end. We some no-quitters. Knock it out the park. We for show hitters. Right, left hemisphere. That's a dome splitter. Yeah. We control our own destiny. Make moves. Cultivate whole legacy. Create a finance. Bring more ecstasy. The right ingredients. Now that's a dope recipe.